and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make known to their children.
For us to make them known to our children. For us to show our children what to do and what not to do. Read.
That the generation to come might know them.
Might know what?
Even the children which should be born. Who should arise and declare them to their children.
To their children, read.
That they might set their hope in God.
For people to set their hope in God, read.
And not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments.
But keep God's commandments. Now hold that in the book of Ezekiel 39 verse 23. The same thing you see that the psalmist wrote, the same thing you will see also in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 39 verse 23.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39 and verse 23.
Read.
And a heathen shall know that the house of Israel, verse 22. So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh their power from that day and forward. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel,
that's the house of Israel, the northern kingdom,
went into captivity. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel,
northern kingdom,
that the house of Israel,
southern kingdom,
that the house of Israel,
that all the 12 tribes of Israel, read,
went into captivity.
Are in captivity. Why?
For their iniquity.
For our iniquity. We are suffering because of our sin. That's why we are suffering, Israel. We are suffering because we are a sinful people. Read.
Because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword.
Read.
According to their uncleanness, and according to their transgressions, have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
Read.
Therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. After that, they have borne their shame, and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me.
Read.
When they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid.
So there is hope in Israel. There is hope that the Most High Mashiach is going to deliver us. Read.
Verse 27. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands,
and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, read,
and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations.
In the sight of many nations. That's so for us to set the Most High apart among all the nations. Read.
Then shall they know,
among all the nations that we are part of, we are going to set him apart by keeping his laws. Do what he commands us to do. Read.
Then shall they know that I am the Most High their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen.
Read.
But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face.
So then the Most High will not hide his face from us, read,
any more from them. For I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Most High Power.
Read.
In the 25th year of our captivity, in the beginning of the year, in the 10th day of the month,
read,
and the 14th year after that, the city was smitten, and the self same day.
Go back to Baruch.
Gone.
Baruch 3.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3, and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
And a curse, read.
And to be subject to payments.
And to be subject to payments, read.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, read, which departed from the Most High our power.
Read.
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel, read.
the commandments of life.
The commandments of life, read.
Give ear to understand wisdom.
Read.
How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxen old in a strange country?
This strange country. This country is strange to us. Read.
That thou art defiled with the dead.
With the dead, read.
That thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
With them that go down into the grave, read.
Thou hast forsaken the fountain of
So
wisdom.
we forsake the Most High. Read.
For if thou hadst walked in the way of the Most High, thou shouldst have dwelled in peace forever.
So if we kept God's laws, we would be in peace. If we kept God's laws, we would enjoy life. But no, what is going on here? We are struggling to make ends meet. Read.
Learn where is wisdom, where is strength, where is understanding, that thou mayest know also where is length of days and life, where is the light of the eyes and peace, who have found out her place, or who have come into her treasures.
Read.
Where are the princes of the heathen become, and such as rule the beasts upon the earth? They that had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoarded up silver and gold, wherein men trust, and made no end of their getting. For they that wrought in silver, and were so careful, and whose works are unsearchable, they are vanished and gone down to the grave,
Read.
and others are come up in their steads.
So Israel, we ought to be cognizant of what is going on. Understand why we are suffering. Understand the calamities that we are going through. Read.
Verse 20. Young men have seen light, and dwelt upon the earth.
Give me verse 35.
Verse 35. This is our power,
Yeah.
and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him.
Of him. So there is no power that can be compared to the Most High. Read.
He hath found out all the way of knowledge,
Read.
and hath given it unto Jacob his servant.
And have given it unto Jacob his servant. Many things that we see in this society, we invented them. Somehow, some way, we are unable to enjoy the fruit of it. Read. Who is familiar with refrigerated trucks? That these are trucks that have a refrigerated system in them, that they can go from state to state, holding everything, meat, dairy for a very long time. Guess who came with that idea? It was imported in McKinley. Who is familiar with pencil sharpener? Who invented pencil sharpener? A boy named John Love. We beautify the society, yet we are unable to enjoy the fruit of it. Read.
He hath found out all the way of knowledge, and hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. Afterward did he shew himself upon earth, and conversed with men.
And with that, we are going into our title. The title of the class tonight is The Family Stereotypes. The Family Stereotypes. What is the meaning of the word stereotype? Stereotype for the dictionary. What is the meaning of the word stereotype? What is a stereotype? What is the meaning of the word stereotype? What is a stereotype? You know? Go ahead.
Okay. Definition of stereotype says here a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, it is something, a stereotype may be true or false. With the meaning again.
It says a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea.
Or idea, something that is held, read.
Or of a particular type of person or thing.
Those of you who are currently watching, you are watching the Light of Zion. Like the video and share the class for more people to be able to view it. Also, put the city and the state where you are watching us from. A stereotype can be good or bad. Stereotype. In this world, they want to divide us. Somehow, some way, we allow them to divide us. Who is familiar with the term colorism? If we are going to talk today. One thing that we must do at the Light of Zion is to put everything in the open. What is the meaning of the word colorism? I want you to partake in the class Israel. We have a long weekend to party. I'll say 2 days to party. Because tomorrow is Sunday. At the Light of Zion, often that on Sunday, many of us don't go to work. What's that?
I go to work.
Let's say one day anyhow. I'll say one day anyhow. I'll say one day anyhow. Alright, what is the meaning of the word colorism? Go ahead.
Racism against anybody with dark skin.
Okay, I'll take this at one point, but give me the meaning of the word colorism. This stems from slavery. But you know Israel, here's one thing with Israel. We allow things from the past to guide what we are doing now. Colorism.
All right, definition of colorism.
Read.
It says here, prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group.
You see now, I will have a problem with this. You know why? Because in the old days, many of our light-skinned brothers, they were shunned by a lot of people, correct? All these new terms or terms that our people come with, light-skinned. These are made of words. Light-skinned, dark-skinned. Israel, we have to talk about these things. We have to cover them because these things, when you go on YouTube, you have fight between dark skin and light skin. What does that say? God promised us to live together, correct? So now, if we let nonsense like that to overtake us, what are we doing, Israel? Light-skinned Israelites against dark-skinned Israelites. Well, yes, this is the thing on YouTube, Israel. Dark-skinned and light-skinned. The connotation is that dark-skinned sisters are dumb, light-skinned sisters are intelligent. That is what the connotations we have in our mind. That's why they even say that if you put a light-skinned sister next to a dark-skinned sister, a brother will go after who? This is what they say. Is that true?
No. I've seen it.
Well, you have seen it, but is that true?
No.
Explain
What is your talk? Officer, check to see if the mic is working for me. Officer Benjamin. Let's talk. because these issues, we are to tackle them. Because if we don't tackle them, what will happen to them?
They're gonna keep growing.
Of course. And what does that say? Give me the matter of second.
12 and 9. Check.
That's what that says.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, and verse 9.
Read.
Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
As a speckled bird. What is God saying here? My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Iskele, get the receiver on the side for us, please. Ask, I'm what where the receiver is. Where did they get that?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, and verse 9.
Read.
Mine heritage
Means that the Israelites, the real Jews, read,
is unto me as a speckled bird.
as a speckled bird. Make sure that your mic is okay. Check it, see it. Officer, make his mic higher. So God says that my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. So this is what God says. So if we allow ourselves, in fact, if we divide ourselves, let's have said if we allow, if we keep dividing ourselves, dark skin against light skin. Whereas God says that my heritage is unto me like a speckled bird. What is God saying here, Israel? What is God saying here? That his people, they have different shades. Now, if a mother, he has his preference, that is okay. All power to you, brother. If a sister has her preference, that is okay. All power to you, sister. But we should not allow pigmentation to divide us. Look at God. Look at me. Different shade. Israel, do not allow, when you see these things on YouTube, don't let these things get into your mind. You have to set up, bring it up. These things we have to tackle them, Israel. Because God says, they that understand among the people shall instruct me. We are there to instruct the people. We are here to show them the way. We do not understand it. This thing is a big thing, Israel. You may not see it in the streets, but on YouTube, this thing is a big thing. On YouTube, it is a big deal. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, and verse 9.
Read.
Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
As a speckled bird. Read.
The birds round about her.
As a speckled bird means that we are a people with different shape. Read. Put it in down.
Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
As a speckled bird means that you're going to find Israelites that are light-skinned and those that are dark-skinned. It is not a curse. That is fine. Now, if a sister is dark-skinned, should we put her aside, or is she part of the family? Yes or no? Because they say that in the school system, dark-skinned children, they, especially girls, they punish them harsher than those who are dark-skinned and than those who are light-skinned. This is what they say. This stems from slavery. This stems from slavery. Now, if we abide by this nonsense, what are we doing? We are now the new slave masters.
Right.
If we abide by this, in fact, we should put a clean robe on ourselves. In fact, if we do this, we are the new Nathan Bedforest, one of the founders of the clan. In fact, we will be the clan now. We don't even need the clan anymore. Because our mind is we already conditioned our mind to practice racism against one another, to practice what I can call separation among one another. Read.
Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her.
Meaning that the other nations, they are against us. It is a good thing for the other nations to divide us. Hey, that's what they said. Give me the book of Psalm 83. I will not blame them if we are abiding by what they said. Because in no way, shape, or form should we have dark skin against light skin among Israel. We should not have this. That's what God says, really.
Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. O not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies.
So I know in school many of you have witnessed this. Where a group of sisters that are light skinned, that are dark skinned, will want to fight a sister who is light skinned. Many of you have seen this, correct? You see now, slavery, the chains of slavery are now in our mind. People say that light-skinned sisters are more beautiful. Is that true? Wow. No, it is not, because God says this. Give me Psalm 15 verse 2. That's what God says. We are to tackle these stereotypes, Israel. We must tackle them. Don't say, oh, we will address this today, tomorrow. No. Let's address it right now. Do not put it off for tomorrow. Read.
The book of Psalm, chapter 50 and verse 2.
Start verse 1.
Verse 1. The mighty power, even the Most High,
Read.
have spoken.
What did he say?
And called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof.
Read.
Out of Zion.
Out of Zion, read.
The perfection of beauty.
The perfection of beauty. Iskiel, I sent him to a couple emails. Are we able to play those videos? You want to be able to hear it? That's fine. What did they get out?
Come. Psalms 50 verse 1. The mighty power.
The mighty power, read.
Even the Most High.
Read.
Have spoken.
What did he say?
And called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof.
Read.
Out of Zion.
Out of Zion, read.
The perfection of beauty.
Light-skinned.
The perfection of beauty.
Dark-skinned.
The perfection of beauty.
Caramel.
The perfection of beauty.
The perfection of beauty. Some brothers love dark-skinned sisters. Some brothers love light-skinned sisters. Some brothers love them all. That is great. Some sisters love dark-skinned brothers. In fact, there is a show on YouTube that a sister named Kendra does. Whatever they call, they want. Who? Kendra G. Whenever they call, they say they want a dark-skinned brother. Some say they want a light-skinned brother. That is fine. I have no problem against that. Israel, let us not try to divide ourselves. Read.
God hath shined, our power shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him.
That would have Psalm 83.
Psalms 3.
Let's see what happened to you. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83.
Mm-hmm.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Read.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High.
Read.
For lo,
look, read.
thine enemies make a tumult.
Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
What did they say? What did they say? What are they saying? Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
This is crafty counsel. One crafty counsel is what? Demablich. Yes, that is crafty counsel. How they come with cream to give to us for us to bleach our skin.
Mm-hmm.
You see the brother Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Israel, this is a huge matter. That means we don't love ourselves. We have no care for our own selves. Read.
And consulted against thy hated one.
Read.
They have said,
What have they said? Read.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
From being a nation, read.
That the name of Israel,
That the name of Israel, read.
may be no more in remembrance.
For us to forget who we really are. For us to forget our true selves. For us to forget who we are according to God. One more stereotype. Black people love chicken. Is that true? Is that true? I have this good piece here. I mean, I'll give you some. Yes, we do love chicken. I have nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with it. If I give it to me every day and twice on Sunday. There's nothing wrong with that. Oftentimes they use this as something to make us, somehow to make us mad. No. In fact, chicken is part of what? The dietary law. Black people love watermelon. I'll take it every day. Israel, look at it this way. They will say things to make us mad. Why do you think they will say things to make us mad? Let's talk. Why do you think they will say things to make us mad? Why?
Keep us separated.
To keep us separated. What else? What else? To keep us separated. What else? What else? Why are they saying things to get under our skin? Where our soldier?
To get a reaction from him.
To get a reaction from us.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? What's that?
They always say that we are angry black people, black men.
Yes, we are always angry. But remember, we are a feeling-based people. Everything is about feeling. Oh, I will do it tomorrow depending on how I feel. Of course, they will say things to make us feel bad. It is all about feeling there for aid. They will make us feel bad. Come, give me the book of Jeremiah 4 verse 22. That's what God says about us. Because we are always into this feeling nonsense. That's why oftentimes when we go into the streets, we are teaching the people because we come with harshness. They say, oh, you are too harsh. Be more smooth, be more welcoming. No, we have to give it the way God says. How does God say it? Isaiah 58 verse 1 before that. Isaiah 58 verse 1. We are an emotional people. Everything is about our emotion. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Read.
Cry
Oh,
aloud.
speak soft.
Cry aloud.
That says, cry aloud. Read.
Spare not.
Spare not. We are not to spare the feelings of our people. Read.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
God commands us to lift up our voice. Read.
And show my people their transgression.
And show our people where they are going wrong. And show our people what they are doing that is wrong. Read.
And the house of Jacob their
To
sins.
show our people what the sins they are in. Of course, things will not be soft. Of course, many of us will not speak soft. We'll be harsh. If I see a brother with a cancer stick in his hand, how should I tell him to drop it? You know what? That cancer stick that you are smoking is not good for you, brother. You are inhaling smoke. Is that the way to do it? If you see somebody is about to be hit by a car, how will you warn him? You are going to scream.
Mhm.
That is what we should be doing. If brother has a cancer stick, my brother, why are you smoking? Give our people the truth as is. Read.
Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways.
Read.
As a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power.
So our people are not keeping God's laws. Our people refuse to keep God's laws. Our brothers and sisters refuse to keep God's laws. They do not want to go in the path that the Most High sets for them. Give me the book of 2 Ezra 7 verse 21. Let's see what the law is for us. 2 Ezra 7 verse 21.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Read.
For Yahweh hath given straight commandment to such as come,
Such as come, read.
what they should do to live,
What we ought to do to have life. Read.
even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid
To
punishment.
do what?
To avoid punishment.
So the law is our alignment. It tells us what to do to live and what to do to avoid punishment. Read.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things,
Read.
and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds.
By the wicked deeds. Other stereotype. Black men are lazy. Is that true?
No.
There is some truth to it. Yes, there's some truth to it. There is some truth to it. You know what truth is? The new generation.
It's in the new generation.
The young generation today, they are very lazy.
Very lazy.
Yes, the young generation. They will be in the room playing video games from 7 a.m. all the way to 7 a.m. the next day. But as a people, adults we are not. But they will make you, when you go into, how do they call black men? Crusty, busty, musty, fusty, dusty, all type of nonsense. And you have many of our sisters that agree with that. But when you look at it, we are not. We build this country. The foundation of this country is on our backs. We are the blue collar workers. Earlier, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, there was a sister named Ebony K. Williams. She said something. What did she say? Get the mic. What did she say? What did she say?
Oh, wait,
If you're not making a certain amount of money,
wait, I can't remember.
but I think it had to do if you're not making a certain amount of money, or if you're a bus driver, she said.
Yeah, she says that she can never date a bus driver. And we all know that in America, blue collar workers are the engine of this country.
Right.
HVAC guys, dry cleaning guys, and they are talking to you. Guys that do lawn maintenance, guys that do the mechanics. These are the engines of the American economy. But many of our sisters that are on YouTube or on Clubhouse, they don't want to be with brothers who are blue-collar workers. They say they want a brother who earns 6 to 7 figures. And he is to have an iPhone. Not an Android, an iPhone. Israel, we laugh at it, but these things, when we have them as a nation, they show that we are in delusion. You know how we are in delusion? Because that sister who says that, she's approaching 40. What is going to happen later on if she doesn't get married? What will happen? Because she wants to marry somebody who makes 7 figures. Hey, Israel, whatever choice our people do, that is okay to do. For them, okay. But we that are in the light, we should not do what they are doing. Now, this is who she wants, a man who is making 6 figures. Hey, go ahead, get him. In fact, seek for him. If you can find him, you can use a submarine to go and get him under the sea. Hey, go ahead, get him. I have no problem with that. But we that are in the light, that are rebuilding the nation, we are to use common sense. 6 figures, $100,000. That is a good sum of money. Some sisters say a brother must be 10 feet tall. That is fine. 6 feet tall and up. That means brothers like me, and this scale, we are. He said, that is okay, Israel. Your preference is okay. Here's my problem with what I see on YouTube. Oftentimes we don't want to talk about these things. What are we avoiding them? We ought to talk about this because I have the preference is fine. Preference is fine. Some brothers, what do they say? They say she is to be 120 pounds or less for them to date her. That is his preference. That is his preference. Can we go against his preference? No. The same way somebody says, hey, she has to be light-skinned, weigh 110 pounds, and she is to speak 7 languages. That is what he wants. Can we go against it? No, we cannot. That is his preference. When sisters call and say they want a brother who is 6 feet tall, that is their preference. A sister was in the bus stop. She says, for me to date a man, that man must be driving a Porsche. Remember, she was in the bus stop waiting for a bus. No, she didn't know that. She was in the bus stop waiting for a bus. Jeremiah 4 verse 22. She was in the bus stop waiting for a bus. Again, let's see what God says. Read. We that are in the light, our job is to bring common sense to our people. Read.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22.
Read.
For my people is foolish.
Read.
They have not known me.
Read.
They are Sodom's children,
That says we are rebellious children. Read.
and they have none understanding.
So many of our people have no understanding. So our aim is to bring the light to them. A sister went to a date with a brother. During the date, she asked the brother, "What do you bring to the table?" I am sure many of you have heard this question before. What do you bring to the table? Well, the brother says, I have businesses, I have this, I have that. So basically, I am well off. Then then he asks, what do you bring to the table? She says, don't you see me? The mother smiled. He said, what do you bring to the table? She says, don't you see me?
More than that.
Later on, what happened? She got up and left. Then she blocked him on Facebook. Then she unblocked him because she was angry. But remember, she was the one that asked the question first. What do you bring to the table? You see, Israel, we have to talk about these things. We cannot go against them in the way that the world goes at them. But we have to put them on the table and see how things are. Because God says this, Proverbs 4 verse 7. When it comes to preference, we should not stand against them. But we are going to stand against anything that will put a separation among the nation. Read. No, Proverbs 4 verse 7.
Oh, 4, 7?
Yeah, 4 verse 7.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 7.
Read.
Wisdom
Read.
is the principal thing.
Is the principal thing. Read.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Therefore, get wisdom. Read.
And with all thy getting,
And with all thy getting, read.
get understanding.
Get understanding. What did they get about?
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
So proper application of knowledge is the main thing that we need. Read.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Read.
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
Get understanding. Psalm 119 verse 104. What we are seeing again in the family Israel, we have to correct it. We are not to allow the nonsense in the world to put a separation among the nation. That is why the title of the class is the family. The 12 tribes. Read.
Psalms 119 verse 104.
Read.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Read.
Therefore I hate every false way.
Hosea 7 verse 8. Among the northern kingdom, there is deep hatred among them. Who has seen a black Latino before? Or who has talked to a black Latino before? What do they tell you? Yeah, but what are they saying? How do they treat them? And many of them, they are nothing but brothers. You will see a dark-skinned Simeonite brother. He will tell you that he is white. Read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Read.
Ephraim,
read.
he hath mixed himself among the people.
Read.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Literally, that means that you will see some of the northern tribes. Some of them are dark-skinned, some are light-skinned. What did they mean about?
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Not turned. Give me the whiteization. Whiteization. Whiteization.
He said, why?
Whiteization. Yeah. The countries in South America, at one point, At one point, they wanted to increase the white population. What did they do? Where is it?
So basically, they made it so that the Europeans can just come, and they would get land, and there'd be lots of benefits for them. It was very easy for just, the Europeans. I think it's called Black Amendment, when they wanted to just, like Ecuador and places like that, they wanted the whites to, they wanted to change the look of the country.
Yes. So what did they do? They import whites
Yes,
from Europe, so-called whites from Europe, into Brazil, into many southern countries, into many countries in South America. The same way the USA did that as well. They put ads to bring so-called whites from Europe to here. And once they got here, they gave them free land. These are the people that we are against. These are the people that are trying to divide us. But many of us, what are we doing? We allow them to divide us. You will see 4 dark-skinned brothers wanting to fight 1 light-skinned brother. Now, if we are not out of our mind, I don't know who is. Because this is nonsense, Israel. For us to fight each other over pigmentation. Read.
Okay. It says white ties.
White ties.
White ties. It says to change the spelling or pronunciation of your name to sound more angelic. To purposely choose a name for your kids that can easily be pronounced.
Oftentimes, what do? Sometimes we have some names that are not. Let's talk about it this way. Shakuida. You see, that's why we have to give ourselves. This is why we love the Lord, because when you look at a name like Shemo Allah, that is different from a name like Walmartavius, Glock 9. We give ourselves no names that don't even make sense. One Pope Mike.
Left eye,
What's that is?
left eye.
Left eye? Oh my God. Is that a new one?
No, that's the
Is that?
that's the
TLC.
TLC, these are low dirty, all type of nonsense that our people are into. Go ahead. Give me Isaiah 43 verse 1. See, that's why we love the truth. Once you come into the truth, it gives you a new sense of self, a new sense of who you are. NBA young boy. What is that? What kind of thing is it? Let me start.
Oh Lord.
Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43, in verse 1.
Read.
But now thus saith the Most High that created thee, O Jacob,
Read.
and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. For I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name.
I have called thee by thy name. Our name is Israel. Read.
Thou art mine.
So we belong to the Most High. That's why we cannot allow we cannot give ourselves all types of names. What do they think of?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 1. But now thus saith the Most High that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not.
Read.
For I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name.
By thy name. Read.
Thou art mine.
Thou art mine. So we are God's people. Therefore, we should not allow nonsense to divide us. As the people of God, God commands us to marry, correct? Now, if a sister says that, well, this is a true story. Some sisters don't want to deal with Levites. I heard it with my own ears. I was in a gas station in Palm Beach. I heard a sister said to another sister, "You know I deal with issues like that." So they were talking about something else, but this is what she said. Now, is she wrong? Basically, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the sense of romantic thing, romantic area. Now, is she wrong? No, that is her preference. Judah. When Judah arrives in the Caribbean, they say Judah is a god. Yes, because Judah comes with the green box. Oh yes, if I go to Haiti and there is a Judah with me, he has the blue passport, they will let him go first before they let me go. This is the truth. And then he says, he has an American passport and a Jamaican passport. When he uses the American passport, they let him go. But when he uses the Jamaican passport, they stop him, ask him, where do you come from? Who are you? Where do you live? All kinds of questions. This is the truth. It is what it is. Recap. What do you have? Read. Jeremiah 4 verse 1.
Jeremiah.
It is what it is, Israel. So these are things that we are living in the society with. Like, 22. Yeah. Not verse 22.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Read.
For my people is foolish.
Read.
They have not known me.
Read.
They are Sodom's children.
That says we are a bunch of rebellious children. Read.
And they have none understanding.
We have no understanding. We have no understanding. That's why Israel, we cannot allow nonsense in the world to divide us. We cannot allow what is going on around us to affect our judgment. In what sense? Many of our people in the world, they are out of their mind. I was talking to an elder once. He said, when you smoke weed, it makes you think better. It wasn't on the plantation. He said that with a straight face. We were talking to a Rasta in Lauderdale. He said, it makes you go high, high, high. That's what that's 1 Corinthians 3:16. These things, when we see them, we have to open the Bible and show to our people what is going on. They say, all Jamaicans smoke ganja. Is that true? It is not true. But it is a stereotype. Stereotype. All Jamaicans love BMW, which stands for what? Batman. Wagon, correct? Batman wagon. Whoa. Oh, I never heard that. That's the first week I hear. But now, do Jamaicans really love BMW? Yes or no? Yes. It is a luxury car, yes. But not for what they say it is. And there is nothing wrong with a brother wanting to drive a BMW. In fact, in Levi Corner, if you say that you have a Mercedes Benz or you have a BMW, whether it is a BMW 1965, they will see you as a rich man. Yeah, if you come to see them, you don't bring money, they will shun you. They will stay away from you. Say, you are driving a BMW, yet you have no money, you are worth nothing. So all these are stereotypes. Some stereotypes are true. True stereotypes. Yes, we love fried chicken. Yes, we do it. After what do we do? We eat fried chicken. We love watermelon. In fact, they say it is good for you. It is so good that they say that it has a chemical in it that is good for men to perform well. Look at, I don't know who knows what it is, right? So it is good. They say that watermelon is good. Go ahead, I'll show you. Use the mic. Oh, everyone. You have the mic, bro? Everyone. You have the mic? Yes, sir. Go ahead. Stand up.
Like Levi likes Toyota, the Rive, especially.
But it is true. I have a Toyota. It is true. Levi's love Honda Civic, Toyota. They love them. It is not about some stereotypes are true. Levi loves Mitsubishi because why? Because these cars are they are very cost effective. Is the what that is? In RAV4, RAV6, RAV7, we got from one. These are stereotypes that are true, and there's nothing wrong with them. Go ahead,
all we gotta do is just keep the engine running and put some gas on it.
Of course. So basically,
there's no problem with the Toyotas because as long as you have it, it's a family forgiving.
of course, or what will they do? Or sometimes what do? They send it to Haiti.
A generational car.
No, all these stereotypes, we have bad stereotypes and good stereotypes. Some of them are very true. We have to deal with them. I'm not going to stop a Benjamin from drinking White Stripes. I know he loves it. Of course, listen, these stereotypes, we have to deal with them easily. Let's say that the brother, this is what he wants. He wants to drink it. Is that a sin? Give me Psalm 116. This is the Psalm 118. This is the day that we're going to commit because we rejoice and be like 118. New Moon Feast. Whoever comes and choose to drink Guinness or choose to bring some prestige or the best one, Jack Daniels. Who knows about Jack Daniels? Go ahead.
It's a drink from up north. It's like when it's cold. Out of Esau.
Yeah. But
people more. But you got something else?
Yeah, but they say that many of these things, our people came with the recipe. Yes, this is that many of our people. In fact, Jack Daniels' location is where in Tennessee, right? Tennessee, that's the South. That's why when I see people saying that when black men are lazy, you have to ask yourselves, what kind of black men are they talking to? Right. Because some of us, we have 20 jobs, 50 jobs. When they say black men are lazy, I'm asking, what type of black men are these sisters dealing with? I remember once I was talking to a brother. I said, you know what, brother, go ahead. I know you just what happened. He was supposed to work 8 hours. The person that didn't come didn't even call off. Didn't even call, but they called him, asked him to stay. He started at 7 p.m., 7 a.m. At 3 he was supposed to leave. The person didn't show up, so he stayed until 11 p.m. I said, you know, but I know you are tired. Go ahead, take some break. Take a break. He says, no, brother. Never sleep on the money. Never sleep on the money. Once I'm done, I'm going to do Uber. Now think about it. They say black men are lazy. This is what they say. No, in fact, get a better one. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 10 all the way to 12. They say black men are lazy. Is that true? No, the younger generation is lazy. But the older ones, no. They are busy doing the work. They are busy taking care of their family. That's what God says. Read. 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 10 all the way to 12.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10.
Read.
For even when we were with you,
Read.
this we command you,
This we command you. Read.
that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
So many of us, this is something that we know. We knew from the get-go. That our parents have been teaching us that we have to work. That we must work to take care of ourselves and our family. Some brothers, they will have the monster on deck. Why? Why do they have monster on deck? They have Red Bull on deck. Why?
Energy drink.
To do what?
Keep you awake.
Yep, because they are going to work what? OT. Overtime. In some corners, many of our people, they love that. And we have no problem with that. This is what God says. We have to work. What did it again come?
The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10.
Read.
For even when we were with you,
Read.
this we command you, that if any would not work, neither shall he eat.
Read.
For we hear.
Now, this is something that you will hear many of our sisters on YouTube talking about, that we are lazy. Here's one thing that happened. Many of our sisters that are talking like that, they are dealing with younger brothers. They are not dealing with men that want to put them in order. Because a man that is working hard, he will put his woman in order. Read.
For we hear that there are some.
For we hear, we have knowledge that read.
That there are some which walk among you disorderly.
Disorderly means that there are guys among you that refuse to work. We have this even in the church of Thessalonica. Read.
Working not at all, but are busybodies.
What is the meaning of that word, busybody?
I feel like they're doing something.
What's that?
I feel like they're doing work.
Meaning that they are not really doing anything. They are just there. Read.
Now, them that are such we command and exhort
Read.
by our either one Hamashiach Yahushua,
Yep.
that with quietness they work and eat their own bread.
Work and eat their own bread. Read.
But ye, brethren, be not weary in well doing.
Elder, tell our mothers that let me know when we are ready. When the food is ready. Read.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle,
Read.
note that man, and have no company with him.
So God even commends us, a brother who is L-A-Z-Y. That's right. A brother who is lazy, for us not to even keep company with him. They say right now in America, 51% of black men are in the middle class. The joke that black men are lazy, black men are in jail, no. We have more brothers in college than we have brothers in jail. They say black women are loud, You will hear them from Lauderhill all the way to Fort Lauderdale. Yes, some of our sisters are like that, but not all of them. Some stereotypes are true. There are some sisters, you will hear them before you even see them. So what we have to do is that we have to acknowledge the stereotypes, deal with those that are bad, and perfect in those that are good. Plain and simple, Israel. When people show us oftentimes these stereotypes, if they are bad, mean that they show where we are going wrong, use that to perfect yourself. What now they say that Dominicans have AIDS. Do all Dominicans have AIDS? No. Then people will say a lot of things. At one point they say that Haitians came with AIDS. There will be a lot of stereotypes that they will shoot at our people. Our job is to deal with them. Those that are bad, use them to perfect ourselves. Read.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man, and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed.
Yet, for him to be ashamed of himself. Read.
Yet, count him not as an enemy, but admonish him as a brother.
As a brother, rebuke him as a brother. Read.
Now, the idle one of peace himself give you peace always by all means. The Most High be with you all.
Now give me Numbers 10, verse 10. Israel, there will always be stereotypes. Our job is to not allow these stereotypes to divide us. Among the nation, there is a big drive to prevent us from coming together. There is a big drive to want us to fight one against another. For instance, I heard in the mic said once that he was talking to the sense that the people that came from the Caribbean, somehow they speak better English than those who were born here, those African Americans. Oftentimes, what do? They use this to put a wedge among our people. Why? Because Judah will say door instead of door. Judah will say store instead of store. That is the way Judah speaks. That's the way Judah speaks. In fact, some Levites even say that Judah is butchering the language. Because here's one thing. We have to expect these things. Judah always wants to fight Esau. Therefore, one way for him to rebel is to say these things. And oftentimes, what do? Judah has his own thing. He's doing his own thing. But the other nations, what do? They use that to put a difference. To tell Caribbeans that, hey, you are better than Judah. Now think about it. Judah here, they don't want him. Who is familiar with the term passport bro? Passport bro. Passport brothers. Go ahead. What is it? Go ahead. Hold on, I said. Oh, go ahead. What is it? Yeah, what is it?
Well, brothers, they go to different countries to find women there to marry or be with.
Yes. What do you say, Isaac? What I say?
He said it. He stated it.
Yes. So this is the divide that is going on in Israel. As leaders in the nation, we ought to watch over these things to understand what is going on. Because on YouTube, there is a major war between black men and black women.
Oh, yeah.
They say black men are dusty trash bags. Mothers say sisters are hyenas. This is what is going on in Israel. That's why we need the scriptures. Oh yes. Don't take our word for it. Watch it yourself. When they open the panel, hey, on YouTube, on Clubhouse, you're not going to do it again. And you see Israel. That's why God says that. Give me the book of Romans 10, verse 49. How can they hear without a preacher? That's why Israel, we have to be tempted to spread this word. That's why we have to be tempted to rebuild the nation.
Read. The book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 14.
Read.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
Read.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
Read.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Without a preacher. That's why every avenues that we find, whether it is YouTube, Clubhouse, the Gram, every avenue that we find, we have to teach the word of God. Numbers 10, verse 10.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10 and verse 10.
Read.
Also, in the day of your gladness,
Read.
and in your solemn days,
Read.
and in the beginnings of your months,
In the beginnings of your month. Read.
ye shall blow with the trumpets
Read.
over your burnt offerings,
Burnt offerings. Read.
and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power.
So
I am the Most High, your power.
the new moon is a feast day for us. Psalm 118, verse 24. Psalm 118, verse 24. Israel, let us party together. Let us feast. The mic will be open for you that want to sing, to sing. To have a good, if you have a dominoes, we're going to play dominoes. For us to have a good time. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 24.
Read.
This is the day which the Lord hath made.
So the new moon is a feast day. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Read.
We will rejoice
We are going to rejoice, read,
and be glad in it.
and have fun in it. Psalm 81. We're going to start with the elder, with all the brothers. Psalm 81. Psalm 81. Elder?
Sing aloud unto the Most High our strength. Make a joyful noise unto Yahweh, power of Jacob. Yahweh.
Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the power of Jacob.
Verse 5.
This he ordained in Joseph for a testimony, when he went out to the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I understood not.
Hallelujah. Verse 6.
I removed his shoulder from the burden, his hands were delivered from the pots.
Hallelujah. Verse 7.
Thou callest in the trouble, and I delivered thee. I answered thee in the secret place of thunder. I proved thee at the waters of Meribah. Salah.
Hallelujah. Verse 8.
Hear, O my people, and I will testify unto thee, O Israel, if thou wilt hearken unto me.
Hallelujah. Verse 9.
There shall
There shall no strange God be in thee, neither shall thou worship any stranger God.
Hallelujah. Verse 10.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it.
Hallelujah. Verse 11.
But my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me.
Hallelujah. Verse 12.
So I gave them up unto their own hearts' lust, and they walked in their own counsel.
Hallelujah. Verse 13. Sisters. Give the mic to the sisters.
Oh, that my people have hearkened unto me, and Israel have walked in thy ways.
Hallelujah. Verse 14.
I should soon have subdued their enemies and turned my hand against their adversaries.
Hallelujah. Verse 15.
The haters of the Lord shall have submitted themselves unto him, but their time should have endured forever.
Hallelujah. Verse 16.
He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied you.
Hallelujah. Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahawashi, Sawada, Samiyad, Aman. The Messiah. Admanya mo ponya yawa shalom. Stand up and please read this. Hallelujah. 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 Who's the power? Who's the power? Bahashem. 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 Do the prayer. Do the prayer. The last prayer. Do the last prayer. The last prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Oh, Most High, please. Open our eyes so we can see. Open our minds so that we can put your commitments in application in our life, for us to remember your commitments. Oh, Most High, please. On this solemn feast day, give us joy so that we can rejoice in you. We are your servants. You are our Father. We pray and thank you in the name of our big brother, in the name of our lawyer, Hamashiach Yahawashi. Hallelujah. 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 There's no power like Yahweh, creating of the universe, always doing wondrous things. Let all Israel sing. Amen. 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 Hallelujah. 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 Amen. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. From the top. There's no power like Yahweh, great King of the Let's get lined up.